Good morning. Sorry, it was telling me that one of my destinations was not working. So I was making sure we were up. Good morning.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Thanksgiving Eve. This is the WOW podcast. Wendy's on Wellness Wednesday, WOWW. I'm Dr. Wendy Sue Massey. I am an alternative medical practitioner, owner of Freedom Holistic Wellness, author, holistic nutrition specialist, wife, mom, Gigi, lover of Jesus, lover of all things natural and non-toxic. And this is my amazing bestie, Wendy Flournoy.
Hey guys, Wendy Flournoy, certified hypnotherapist, herbalist, forager, educator, student, wife, mom, Gigi, lover of all things non-toxic and God-given, and the owner of the Restoration Garden.
There you go, girl. Well, we are deep into this fun holiday season now. Wendy is actually having her Thanksgiving today with 18 people at her house. And yet here she is spending time with all of us. And that's just so amazing.
I've been prepping for days.
Huh?
I've been prepping for days.
Yes, I bet you have. We are only going to be 4 of us here tomorrow. And so, but that does not change the fact that I'm cooking for Lee's Army. You know how I am.
Gotta have the leftovers.
Oh, yes, absolutely. My amazing Thanksgiving leftover casserole that I can't live without. We love that.
Do we even know how to cook for 4?
No. No. That's what Bill kept saying last night. Every time I asked him, I was like, baby, are you sure we don't need to have this? Are you sure we don't need to have that? He's like, there's 4 of us. And I'm like, and your point?
That's right.
It's Thanksgiving.
That's
if it's 2 of us, I'm still cooking like this. You know?
Right.
It's one of my loves. I love this time of year. I love to love on people with food and to pull out all my recipes that I usually only use once a year, once or twice a year. And it's just so much fun to me. But anyway, we are definitely going to be doing a whole lot of things like this throughout the holidays. We're while you and I are not doing any more retreats for this time of year, we're going to be doing other things. Like I know we're doing a holiday open house and things like that. So I'm excited. I love this time of year.
Me too.
Makes me so happy.
Me too.
So what have you been up to this week besides getting ready for today?
That's it. That's all I have been doing. That's enough.
It is enough. It is enough for sure. Well, I've been welcoming all kinds of people into our new community, into the Freedom Holistic Wellness community in our new platform. I'm so excited to have people joining us.
I'm excited too. The restoration, that's why the Restoration Garden decided to give all your sowers 15% off for life.
Yes.
Because we believe in it.
Thank you.
And believe in it.
We appreciate it very much. And you see it firsthand how meaningful this group is already just 3 weeks in. 3 weeks ago today was the day that I actually, cracked the door open for people who were enrolling as a sower. And we already have so much going on in there.
There's so much information in there already.
I'm enjoying it. I love having one central hub for everything. I mean, that's been my desire for so long, is to just have this one place, because even when I attempted that to some degree of the Freedom Holistic Wellness public group, there's too many limitations. There's too many things that I couldn't put in there. And then now, as we found, 3-4 years ago when I started that, it was one thing, but now it's the algorithms dictate what people see, and I'm over it. I'm over pouring any energy into that place for Facebook to decide what people need to see, know? So I'm excited to have this as one central location for all the things. And so many people are already really loving it.
I love it. I love how easy it is to navigate. I love the user friendliness of it. I love the search features.
Oh, yes.
I think it's just going to get better and better as we all learn it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just it. I mean, there's growing pains, like yesterday I did a live video that ended up muting half of what I did because there's something on it. It's a new feature that I'm not used to. So that's okay. I got Zoom. I'm going to redo it today with Zoom until I figure out what the heck I did wrong to cause it to mute. But, so there's some growing pains, but that's with anything new.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, the owners of the platform are so responsive. Yesterday I had somebody who thought that they had signed up for the $259 a year rate to save 20%, and they had signed up for $27 a month. And she asked me, she was like, can that be changed? Well, I had no idea. So I reached out to the owners. I had an answer in 30 seconds.
Oh my
They
God.
responded to me. I'm telling you, it was under a minute, because then I turned around and sent her an email and said, hey, here's what they told me you needed to do. And she goes, wow, that was easy.
That was
Boom,
fast.
done.
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah, it was so good. So, yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I mean, imagine if we had an issue with something on Facebook. You can't even get a human.
It would never be solved.
Yeah. So for me to even have the support behind the scenes from humans who can help, if I have a question, it's incredible. It really is. It's just overall such a better platform, and no ads and no politics and no trolls, and and it's just a happy, healthy, supportive environment. And I love it.
And you're allowed to say what you want in your room.
Exactly. Nobody's stopping us.
Nobody's going to boot you out or flag you or.
Nope. We don't have the YouTube police telling us, you can't talk about Manuka honey. They don't care about any of that mess in there. It's our space.
Right.
It's our space. I only have one feature that I miss from Facebook, and that's a me thing. It's not going to affect anybody else. One of the things that I love as somebody who is accustomed to creating content.
Yeah.
I like to spend one day a month creating a bunch of content and scheduling it for the month. That creates consistency. That then is not dependent on me if I have a crazy day,
right,
and don't get in there to post something that I want to post. I can do it all. They do not have a schedule feature.
Oh.
And by design, they say, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of community. No, it doesn't. When you're the actual one creating content, it actually frees me up to just be able to interact the other 29 days of the month. That's instead of every day having to think, okay, I need to get something out there. And so, or frees me up, even if I do spend one day a month creating content, to not post all of it in one day and flood people and really, overwhelm them that one time. So that's a me thing. That's not an everybody else thing. And it's just something I'm going to have to learn.
That's a great feature that's one feature that I've always liked about Facebook too. And you actually taught me about that, because I had no idea. So I like that feature too about Facebook. So I don't know, maybe suggest to school that they offer it.
Yeah, I did. And they've had the suggestion a lot of times. I think it's just going to take enough people. And I told them, I said, look, you guys are growing. And you got to be aware that there's a lot of professionals out there that are wanting to use your platform for things that their whole world, is not going to be spent on. I need to create this content each day and then discuss it, So I think that they'll eventually come around, but no complaints. I mean, honestly, that's something I'll figure out how to work around, and I love it.
I love the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very user-friendly for anybody.
And I have not had one person go in there yet that has felt like, well, for one, no one has canceled. Everybody has the opportunity, to cancel at any time, but not one person has canceled. And if anything, I mean, I haven't had anybody, even now when we're only 3 weeks into this and it's going to grow into something so much more, not one person has been like, wow, this was a waste of money. You know, everybody's like, wow, this is amazing.
This is great value for my money.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm very excited about it. I hope more people will join us. I do still have spots open for the sewers community. And you know, it's something
Why don't you tell them what's getting ready? Why don't you go ahead with your part and tell them what's getting ready to start?
Okay.
They might want to go ahead and jump in and join us.
Yeah. I was going to save that for the end, but I'll do it now. I have been working all year on a GLP-1 trial or GLP-1 hormone booster trial. I'm calling it GLP-1 because I'm tired of saying GLP. I don't know why. It's easier to say GLP. So I heard one doctor call it that.
You need the GLP-ettes.
Yeah, the GLP-ettes. I heard one doctor call it that. And ever since then, I'm like, I like that. That saves some, you know, us Southerners, we try and shorten as many syllables as possible. But anyway, so we're getting ready to trial a protocol I have spent the bulk of this year building. It's something I've done a lot of research on. It has been near and dear to my heart for the last year. You all have heard me talk about it. It is a sore subject with me, how many people are feeling like they have to turn to these shots. And y'all, more and more. I mean, we already know about the risk of thyroid cancer. We already know that it has a black box warning for a risk of suicide. I have a friend of a friend this year who committed suicide this year, 2 weeks after starting Monjaro or however you say it.
I'm seeing all these things now where people are going blind from the Monjaro, from the Wegovy.
Yep, that's what it was. It was Wegovy that he was on. But still, it's all of those. But yes, that's the latest. There was a huge class action suit taken out because all of a sudden, all these, and for some reason, it seems to be more women than men, but all these women, all of a sudden, irreversible blindness. What? I mean, and then the all of the other stuff. I mean, one of the things that I was following a couple months ago that they were making a big deal about is one of the reasons why people are gaining all their weight back when they come back. It's not just, they made it sound like, well, they didn't change their lifestyle and all that stuff. And I could totally buy that because I know how important lifestyle is. It's what I teach. But what it is it's actually shutting down the flippin' islet cells. It's making your pancreas lazy to the point where it doesn't feel like it has to do the work that it was designed to do. So if you're doing that to your pancreas, it then affects your metabolism 1,000 times worse than what you had, you know, beforehand.
Wow.
So there's so much bad in it. Whereas the GLP-1 hormone is natural in our bodies, y'all. We just need to know how to wake it up. Yeah. And so I have been researching ad nauseum this year. How can I help my clients wake it up naturally? And y'all, I've built a very simple, very easy to manage protocol. And I'm so excited about it. I started it on myself a week ago. I'm blown away with how much it has tampered my cravings, my munchiness, my how full I feel when I eat my meals, which is huge for me. Because anybody that's heard me talk about my own personal pain points in my life, I have struggled with how much I eat at a meal because I'm a vacuum cleaner, you know, I learned that from my daddy. My daddy was Navy.
I always eat in a hurry.
I mean, it's just like, yes, I sit down to eat, turn on the vacuum cleaner, woo, you know, it's all in. And then next thing I know, my plate's empty and I'm going, wow, I'm stuffed. And I probably ate 50% more than I needed to. Yeah. That is a lifelong struggle of mine. For me to sit down and intuitively eat and intentionally slow down is a very difficult thing for me. When I intentionally do it, I do very well. Yeah. But what I found with this protocol, because of what I'm doing leading up to a meal, I sit down and eat and I feel full. Right. You know, I feel
push it away. Yeah.
It's incredible. So anyway, I am so excited to I was not going to do anything with this until the spring because my book is being released. My goal is April 1st. We're on this topic. But I decided, well, actually, God laid it on my heart last week that I needed to do it in the month of December. And I argued with him for a minute. I thought, Lord, forgive me, but that sounds crazy.
Why do this in December?
That sounds crazy. And then, I mean, he laid it on my heart that, you know what? When we show people in December how effective it is, that's going to open people's eyes to just how amazing it's going to be January through November.
That's right.
So, you know, what a better time. I said, okay, challenge accepted. I'm going to do it. And so we're starting next week on December 1st in that group only among my sewers community. And we're going to go through this protocol together. Anybody who wants to. And even if they don't qualify because of a couple of different things going on in their health, they're still going to have access to all the information. I'm going to guide them, you know, if they want to. It's more a matter of qualifying for the for me to be able to use their data. It's not that they aren't qualified to actually follow the protocol, but just for me to be able to actually use their data. I have a couple of qualifiers, but it's going to be awesome. Yes, I'm really excited.
I'm excited about it too.
Yeah. So if any of you all are interested, if you've heard me talking about the sewers community, just to give you a real quick rundown, this is our new Freedom Holistic Wellness community that will be going public on January 1st. There's tons of benefits. I mean, every group program that I ever run will only be run in there now. Every discount I ever offer will only be in there now. All of my resources, all of my recipes, my e-cookbooks, my weekly meal plans that I send out to people, all are going to be in there now. So, I mean, it's for the average person, we're talking minimum $1,800 in value every year. Now, if you join now, the sewers are getting a whole lot more. They're getting 25% discount on all products and services from day one. Yep. They're getting to participate in this trial of the GLP-1, the GLP-1 booster protocol, which is valued at quite a bit. Also, they get an hour consult with me every year that they can break up in as small as 15-minute segments, and they can bank year after year. So if you don't need me in 2026 or in 2027 or even in 2028, if you're still a member in 2029 and all of a sudden your world falls apart, you've got 4 hours banked up that we can break up, and we will be able to accomplish a lot in that time. So anyway, there's so many benefits to joining now, of which the most exciting is getting in at the lowest rate that I will ever offer, ever. So that is at $27 a month or $259 a year. All I am asking is for a one-time sower's seed offering for people who believe in our mission of going to a membership model and flipping the way integrative medicine is done on its head. You are sowing into this mission for $203.17. That is based on 2 Corinthians 3:17, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. We are going to be focused on body, mind, and spiritual health in there. The spiritual healing module, as always, is optional, but I would love to have people in there working on their temple wellness as well as their physical and their mental.
We're starting the temple wellness on the first too, right?
What's that?
The temple wellness Advent. Doesn't that start?
Yeah, that actually started today.
That's right.
I posted, I posted in there. We're starting an Advent study today in there. See, we got lots going on in there already, y'all.
I was just saying, don't make me feel like I'm behind. I'm glad we talked about it because I have my book and I don't want to pick it up next week and be like 5 days behind.
Yeah. No, we started today. And so I've got it in there, all like just today's comments, basically.
Gotcha.
But you can catch up tomorrow after your Thanksgiving.
Right. Tomorrow is going to be nice and quiet. Day of leftovers. I plan on decorating getting my tree up tomorrow and catching up on some reading.
Perfect. But yeah, anybody who wants to join, please, this is the time to do it. This is such an exciting time for Freedom Holistic Wellness, and the benefits you get for joining are going to pale in comparison to that $203 that I'm asking for up front.
By far.
And then you will be locked into the lowest rate ever. I don't care if 3 or 4 years down the road, I'm trying to make a big campaign to get people added. I will never match or come lower than the rate that that we have now at the $27 a month or $259 a year. So
that even goes up January 1st, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'll be $39 a month, January 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have to do the math to see what 20% off of that is if you're doing it up front, but it's $27 a month now, $39 a month in January, and it'll go up again in April, and then probably land there for a while. But yeah, we are really excited to offer low cost, supportive, holistic care for the masses. That's what this is all about. We want to
get a practitioner in your pocket, as you said.
That's right. You're going to have a practitioner in your pocket, have the opportunity to, I have a Ask Dr. Wendy Sue forum in there where you can ask me absolutely anything with an anonymous option if you don't feel comfortable asking your question in front of everybody. It is going to be very high value care for very low cost. And I just invite everybody to join us. It's going to change the way you do your health. It really is. And I'm so excited.
Great resources, great community. From what I've seen, all in there now. I mean, it's totally worth the money.
Yeah.
That's so much. And then when you added the GLP clinical trial, I was like, oh my goodness, she's giving us a real bang for our bucks.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it coming because this is what I've always desired to do. I have wanted to be able to share as much as possible and have all of these programs and do all of this for people. But I have to feed my family, and I went to school,
right?
I went to school for my doctorate and got to use it. And so I can't just hand it all away.
I wish we could do everything for free, right?
Yes, girl.
I know.
That's, I would love to, but the reality is if I can get away from the model of where the majority of the people that I work with are private pay and shift it to where the majority of the people I work with are membership.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I can help so many more people. I mean, we can help the thousands instead of the handful. Right. And that's my goal.
I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll be active in there too.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I just made Wendy a moderator in there. I had at very high request because people love what we do here in the WOW podcast. They wanted her to be able to have the opportunity to share her knowledge on herbs and natural remedies as well. So I have given her her own forum in there, where she's going to be able to, put anything in there about, her natural healing remedies in there as well. So you get both of us.
That's right.
You get both of us. So very exciting times. It's so hard for me to explain the level of benefit. So I'm just really hoping that as we grow, that the word gets out, because I can talk till I'm blue in the face, you know, the real benefit is going to come when, you know, somebody else is realizing that their health has improved drastically,
Yes.
and, oh, let me go tell my 10 closest friends, and then they want to join us. So,
And don't they get money back from the platform when they refer people?
yes, now that is something that's really cool. It's not active yet, but when we go public January 1st, there will be an affiliate link. That's nothing that I set up. That is a platform based thing in there. And
that's such great incentive for people to share
yeah,
what they love.
exactly. And so it's to my knowledge, the base is usually 20% of the membership fee. They will get that back every single month. I mean, they can easily get that, you know, get back enough to more than cover what their initial you know, investment was and whatever their membership fee is. But the first week of the year, for people that are already in there as sewers, they can be ready, you know. But the first week of the year, there's going to be a 50% affiliate special.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean, if it's $39 for people starting January 1st, that means they're going to get $19.50 a month for every single person that's coming in. And if they pay for a year up front, you're going to get 50% of that annual rate back.
Nice.
I mean, so you're going to make them, if you just share it with a handful of people, you're
Yeah.
going to easily make back what your investment is now.
Oh, man, I didn't know that about the 50%. That's even more incentive to all you sewers. Get your list ready for January 1st.
Yeah, because that's huge. That's huge. We should you know, every single sewer should be able to make back their investment
Absolutely.
on the first week of the year. I mean, it's incredible.
That's right.
Easily.
Yeah.
All right, girl. Herb of the week.
Herb of the week. Rosemary.
My favorite.
Rosemary. She's lovely.
She is. I love it.
Powerful. I went and cut some this morning. Rosemary, as the last couple that we've done, is also in the mint family.
I'm going to start believing that every herb is a mint in some way. I had no idea.
It is. Yep, I know, right? So its official name is Salvia rosmarinius. So it's just lovely. You
know what I love most about it? Okay, so the way that I always prepare foods bulk, you know, and all that stuff. My favorite thing about rosemary is that I can hold it at one end and go zoop, and just all the leaves fall off. I don't have to use a knife. I don't have to use anything.
It's so different than thyme, right?
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Thyme is time consuming.
It is time consuming.
Yes, rosemary is amazing like that. When you dry it or when it's fresh, doesn't matter. You just hold one end and take your fingers down and all the leaves come off.
Yep. I love it.
So, you know, the last two herbs that we talked about, thyme and sage, ancient Egyptians used those for embalming purposes because of their pungency and everything. Well, guess what? Rosemary too.
Isn't it interesting that we embalm our turkeys with those every Thanksgiving?
Right?
Our dead birds get adorned with sage, thyme, and rosemary.
That's right. Powerful herbs. Now, rosemary is a perennial. Okay, so and it also works like reminds me of cilantro, because when you cut it, okay, you want to keep it cut, because the more you cut it, the bushier it's going to get. And as it grows up, you don't want it to get too big, because then the stems get really woody, and then it kind of changes the taste palette of your rosemary if you're using it for cooking. So the new flexible stems are better. to use for cooking. Now I'm not saying you can't cut those woody stems, but if you cut them, make sure that you're using those just for more aromatics or pot simmers or things like that, because it does change the flavor and the taste palette for cooking.
Gotcha.
So, I'm sure that you've all seen different types of rosemary. Some are dark green. Some are just green. Some of them are variegated, so they have little white lines in them. Some of them may be a little purple. There's tremendous amounts of varieties of rosemary, just like the thyme and the sage too. Okay, all medicinal. I think there was 2 ornamental rosemaries, but they were not anything I've ever seen or dealt with or anything like that. So I don't think they're real popular in the US.
Okay.
They are they can have different color flowers, pink, purple, or white, and they typically bloom late winter, early spring.
Okay.
To which I found that I have never seen mine bloom. So I don't know how long it takes.
That's funny.
I'm still waiting. I mean, I've had both of my rosemary plants for 8 years and I've never seen them bloom.
So you're just getting the herbs off of them, but they've never bloomed. Interesting.
I've never seen them bloom. Because I just keep them cut. Mm-hmm. And then they grow and I cut them and they grow and I cut them. Maybe I cut them too much for them to bloom. I don't know.
Maybe you're cutting them before they bolt.
Maybe. Let's see. Native to the Mediterranean, but then of course got cultivated globally.
Okay.
We already mentioned the ancient Egyptians. The Greeks, the ancient Greeks used to take garlands of rosemary and wear for memory.
Interesting.
Right? Because it's like, that's what that was like one of the first things I've learned about rosemary was it was good for memory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's definitely something I've heard as well.
Yeah. During the Middle Ages, they burned rosemary to cleanse the air due to illness outbreaks. Let's see. In folk herbalism, rosemary represents memory, clarity, truth, loyalty, and protection. You use mainly the leaves and the early stems. Mm-hmm. It is very, the energetics are warming, just like thyme and sage, drying yet stimulating. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why it's good for memory, because it stimulates everything.
Sure.
This is another one that you don't ever want to use the essential oil undiluted or anything like that.
Right.
It's too potent, too powerful.
Also not good around animals.
Exactly. Now, if you were to put, I've never had an issue putting fresh rosemary in pot simmers for animals. It's just the oil.
Yeah. Yeah. It's way too concentrated for their little pancreas.
Yes.
Filter.
Aromatic, pungent, and slightly bitter. So
let me ask you this. Is there any reason why the woody pieces are not safe to put in stocks or anything like that?
I wouldn't think so.
I will tell you, I've done it many times, and it didn't even dawn on me that it would ever be a problem. But a lot of times what I'll do is I'll throw, after I pull all the leaves off, I'll throw the stems in my Ziploc bag that I'm saving, for my stocks. And I'm getting ready to make a lot of stock this weekend from our turkey.
Same.
So I was just thinking about that. I was hoping that was not.
No, I wouldn't see why not. Especially with everything else that we add to those stocks and everything.
Yeah.
The stems may be a little more bitter than the fresh, flimsy pieces. But I wouldn't, with everything that we add to those stocks, I wouldn't go making a tea out of it or anything.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The flavor is off.
Yeah. Yeah.
or stronger or bitter. I don't really know how to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
Probably definitely more bitter.
Okay.
It's not something that's enjoyable to the palate,
Got it.
but in a stock, I would say it's probably more medicinal because it's more bitter,
True.
you know?
True. Probably better for the digestive health.
Mhm. Mhm.
Interesting.
So we'll
Yeah.
go with that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Let me see. Yeah, we just talked about this. Very good for the digestive system because it stimulates things.
Yeah.
The warming and
Mm-hmm.
stimulation reduces gas, supports appetite,
Mm-hmm.
um, supports getting rid of mental fatigue, helping with focus, helping with clarity.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps with mild headaches. Your circulatory system, because of the warming and stimulating, it warms and promotes circulation in
Mm-hmm.
your circulatory system. It is a mild expectorant, and that's why it's good for steam inhalation. So if you were to add your rosemary and your thyme into that inhalation pot, really good for when you're all clogged up or don't feel good or whatever. It's used topically specifically for aches and stiffness. So
Hmm.
this will be a good one and added to a balm or something for sore muscles, stiff
Mm-hmm.
joints kind of thing. Now, of course, the way that I am using it the most lately is hair and scalp.
Mm-hmm.
Stimulates the scalp, adds shine, supports growth. If y'all don't know or remember, I made a rosemary avocado shampoo and I am loving it.
Your hair is beautiful. I
Thank you.
can see a difference.
I can definitely feel a difference. I'm going to get it cut next week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what my beautification specialist tells me about what she thinks of my hair.
Yeah. It looks very healthy.
It feels good, and I can feel new growth.
Yeah.
When you feel down and you can, because sometimes as us older ladies, it happens, gets start thinning a little bit, but
Mhm.
I can feel new growth coming in.
Nice.
So that's
I
amazing.
have it in my bathroom ready to try it next. I'm almost out of my other shampoo, but I want to make a clean break and just say, okay, I'm going to try just this. So I'll be probably starting on that next weekend or next week.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let me know what you think.
I will.
I've got 6 bars out right now for testing. So
Awesome. That's great.
we'll see what the combined results are and if it's going to be an added product to
Yeah.
my store.
Perfect. Well, I can tell you right now, not to switch gears, your
Yeah.
avocado mint soap,
You like that?
that is the bomb. I love that. That's my favorite one you've done yet.
That one was so fun just because that was the first one of using real food in a soap for me. And
It's so
I
good.
love the way it turned out.
Yes. It
And
is so good.
what am I using right now? Oh, I'm currently using that turmeric soap that I made that I was scared to let anybody try because I think I put too much turmeric in it, but evidently not because do I look orange?
No, you don't. You
But I
don't.
will tell you that it's clearing up some age spots that I had coming in.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep using this.
I love it. That's so cool.
Okay,
So
so
cool.
the easiest way to use rosemary would be in an infusion, whether that's a water infusion to put in your hair or a tea. I
Mhm.
don't particularly like rosemary tea. I think
Yeah.
it's too spicy, whatever. So
Mhm.
I use it the most in if I want to use it medicinally, I'm gonna do a tincture.
Mhm.
I would do a tincture. It's great for infused in oil for
Mhm.
massages or putting in, you can make a rosemary oil for your scalp too. The essential oil is great for aromatics, but like Wendy said, if you're using the essential oil around pets, you want to use fresh or
Yeah.
dried. and not the oil.
Not the essential oils. Yeah.
Exactly. Of course, we use it on our meats and vegetables. You could make a rosemary salt. You could make a rosemary oil for your foods, bread. I love infused oil.
There's nothing better than rosemary bread. I love it.
Yes. And easy to grow, prefers full sun. Like I said, it's a perennial. So once you plant it, you don't really have to, you just let it go. Set it and forget it. Is that the old commercial?
I'm praying I have luck with it because I've never had luck with it in the past. And so that's going to be part of my herb garden I put in the spring.
Okay.
To see, in my perennial herb garden, because I really want to have, I love rosemary. That's the one I probably buy more than anything.
Well, I'm in transition right now, so I'm slowly moving things over. So this year was my new lavender. Mm-hmm. Next year, I'm going to start new rosemary. So, well, if you don't have luck, or I don't have luck, hopefully one of us will have luck and we can share.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So far, so good on my new lavender plants, because they tend to, it's been my experience that the perennials, even though they continue to go, after a certain period of time, it seems to me that they just kind of get tired.
Yeah.
And it's, they quit producing as much. They quit getting as big. One of my great big lavenders, I had her for 7 years. She was amazingly beautiful, huge, probably 6 foot around.
Oh my word.
And she started rotting from the middle.
Oh.
So it was like, you can't keep it after that.
Yeah.
Because eventually that's just going to spread out,
Yeah.
So I had to dig her up and replace her. And that just hurts me so much.
Oh, I know.
But it's like pruning.
Yeah.
You have to prune things in order for them to flourish.
Yeah.
So you have to replace things in order for new life to come in.
Just like God has to do with us. He has to prune us so that we can grow.
That's right.
A painful process, but it's factual. It has to happen.
And like most herbs, rosemary, there's always a caution for women who are pregnant or breastfeeding. And rosemary may have a tendency to overstimulate anyone who's sensitive.
Okay.
Whether you're sensitive to smells or sensitive to the to spices or things like that. So that's my cautions for rosemary.
Okay.
So y'all I know everybody's using rosemary this week, right?
Yes. One thing I'd like to add about rosemary is it's an incredible preservative. You will see rosemary in a lot of clean products in the store, where that is the one thing in there as an additive. I get questions from people all the time. Is this safe? It says rosemary is in there, and it might say rosemary oil or, rosemary extract or something. I'm like, yes. 100% safe.
Yes.
It's an actual natural preservative, and that's why you'll see it in a lot of packaged products.
Just like vitamin E. If you're just like vitamin E, if you're doing infused oils for skincare and things like that, you want to put a couple of drops or so of vitamin E in there. Yeah. That way your stuff doesn't go rancid. It doesn't go bad. The vitamin E preserves it long enough for you to be able to use it up.
Exactly.
So rosemary is kind of the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If it's good for embalming in ancient times, it's good. I think that's why a lot of people like rosemary salt too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's great for preserving.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job, baby. I love that one.
Yeah, me too. Next week, we already know what next week's is too.
Yes.
Next week's going to be Ceylon cinnamon, y'all.
Yes.
Ceylon. How do you say it, Wendy?
I say Ceylon, but I say a lot of things wrong, so I don't go by what I say.
Potato.
Potato. Do you know, I just have to call him out if he's watching. So Bill was talking to our best friend, Bill Swingle, on the phone the other day. I wasn't around when this happened. And our new daughter-in-law, she speaks Portuguese. She's from Brazil originally, but she also speaks very clear American as well, but she's got an accent. And do you know what Swing said to my Bill?
What?
He said that somebody's going to have to give her a dictionary or a translator to be able to understand me. I was like, hold up. She lives in Tennessee. She's used to people. He said, no, you're a special kind of, you're a special level of us having to,
you got
decipher what you're saying.
Southern Wendy.
I just thought that was so funny. He said somebody's going to have to give her a translator.
I'm going to tell you what, they're ganging up on you this week. Now
they are.
Now you need a translator and you need to come with a disclaimer.
Yes. My husband tells me that I need to come with a disclaimer, y'all. Because I have been, so one of the things that we're working on, along with the GLP-1, with the GLP-1 protocol, you have to get good sleep to be able to support your GLP-1 hormone from being able to be intensified in your body. It's a must. Yep. Okay. And that's probably where I struggle the most with GLP-1, is that my sleep is horrible. Anybody that's watched this podcast for any amount of time, that is the one thing that I struggle with the most, is my sleep. And a lot of it is because I am so high capacity that if I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, which is just about every night, I immediately have my to-do list going in my brain. And I'm like, Lord, it's 2 a.m. I don't want to think about this right now. I struggle with my sleep so bad. And so
I have all those years of nursing.
Yes, that is true too. It wrecked my brain and my circadian rhythm, because I did night shift for, a decade and a half.
Yeah.
But so Bill also has struggles with sleeping, and I'm sure some of that's my fault, because I start doing the whole floppy fish thing all night, flip flopping back and forth. And so I've got us on a nighttime protocol with some new supplements to help us with the very specific. Neither one of us have problem falling asleep. We're taking things that will help us stay asleep. And working very well. I'm really pleased. And we're supposed to give it 2 weeks to know if it works. And we're only a handful of days in, and I'm already noticing it. Well, one of the things can cause an upset stomach. And Bill was complaining the other day. He's like, man, I've got the bubble guts. And I said, oh yeah, that's one of the potential side effects of this one supplement. And he was like, were you not going to tell me this? And I said, well, see, I eat very well. And so I don't have a problem with my gut anymore like I once did. And he's the one that's always sneaking garbage. And so I did that. And he goes, woman, you need to come with a disclaimer.
I thought that was hilarious. I was like, now you have to come with a disclaimer. Hey, we always come with a disclaimer.
We do. We do.
We're not medical doctors. We don't play one on YouTube or any other social media platform. And this is for entertainment purposes only.
Wink, wink. I am Dr. Wendy Sue, PhD, not MD. Oh my goodness, so funny. We laugh all the time in this house, and that's what keeps me going.
That's right.
But anyway, so what you got going on this week, girl, besides your house full today?
Getting ready for Christmas. That is my whole plan. I had a couple of large orders through the Restoration Garden, so I've got those finished up, and hopefully catch up with those people this weekend. But yeah, tomorrow I'm just going to enjoy myself, since everybody's coming today. Tomorrow I'm going to enjoy hanging out with the love of my life while we kind of decorate, and I try to beg and plead for him to put up outdoor lights.
The honey-do list.
We kind of battle every year about the outdoor lights.
I feel you on that.
So,
I gave up years ago having the Griswold house of my dreams.
Yeah, I know. See, we're the same like that too. The more lights, the better.
Exactly. But
I'll settle for just the one string across the house. I'll settle for that.
Right.
So we'll see. Y'all wish me luck.
I can't wait to see pictures.
But that's pretty much it. And next week I'll just be trying to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
Before it gets crazy again.
Yep.
How about you?
Well, definitely getting all geared up to, normally I would take off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the weekend of Thanksgiving. I've got way too much going on next week. So I'm going to work on Friday on wrapping up all of my preparation for the GLP-1 trial.
Yeah.
Trying to get as many people in as possible to join us. So if you're interested, please reach out to me, Wendy, at freedomholisticwellness.com. Send me a DM on Facebook, anything like that. Just reach out to me if you don't know how to sign up. I will post the link for enrollment in the comments underneath all the places that this is broadcasting. And something else interesting I'm trialing that people are going to be aghast over because it's so provocative. And I'm sure this is going to end up getting us, well, I don't know. Dr. Brian Artis has been getting away with it on YouTube. Maybe we will too. Right. But I've been trialing nicotine patch. There's so much data showing how many diseases and conditions that it is making a difference in a lot of medical trials. It's mind-blowing. I can tell you, for me personally, it has helped my pain wherever I position it. Like if I wake up and I've got a stiff neck, I'll put the patch up here, and within an hour my pain's gone. If my low back is extra bad one day, I'll put it down there. It's been better.
Very low milligram.
Very low. I'm microdosing. I've done it on my hip and it helped my hip. But let me tell you what I've noticed the most for me, my ADHD.
Nice.
It is incredible. I have never been diagnosed, but I am certain that if I had ever gone to a doctor about it, they would have been wanting to put me on Ritalin, right, as an adult. I actually had a doctor one time that I worked with in the ER go, "You are 100% adult ADHD. You need drugs." And I was like,
I think most of us 80s babies do have ADHD. It wasn't a thing back then.
Yes, exactly. But it has helped me focus so much. And again, I'm just microdosing. And I started at a very, very low dose, like 1 milligram. I'm up to 2. But it's I've been doing this for a couple weeks and it's really blowing my mind. So look out for more information on that as we go into 2026. Right now, my main focus is the GLP-1 stuff. But it's pretty cool what I've been learning about it. And I was very skeptical at first, y'all. And especially because a lot of people assume that it's addictive. Nicotine is not the addictive property in cigarettes. It's the medicinal property in tobacco. Yeah. And it's all the garbage chemicals that have been added to cigarettes that are the problem. Whereas they were healing things. The old colonists, early colonists in our country were healing so many things with tobacco. And they were learning that from Native Americans. And it's incredible what
tobacco itself is heavily medicinal.
Yeah. And it would be things like, they would soak, or boil the leaves and use them as teas or use them as compresses and things like that. So it's not just a smoking thing. Right. That's why they're finding one of the most medicinal uses is to use it as a patch. Or the gums. I'm not crazy about the gums because me, I'm going to only encourage the clean, and you can't find a clean gum. You just can't. So I'm not encouraging that, but those are going to be the most medicinal ways to use it. And it's just, or to be able to get organic tobacco and use it as a tea or a compress, things like that. So, yes. But yeah, I'm excited.
I have to try growing tobacco again. I tried a couple years and failed miserably.
You're in the right place, girl. I mean, Virginia, North Carolina, that's the hub of it. We
That's
actually have
what I do.
I'm thinking about, although I doubt it's organic, I'd have to find out. There's a couple of Amish farms around us up here. I didn't think it would grow up here, but there's a couple of Amish farms around us that grow tobacco.
I bet it does. I bet it does fine up there.
Yeah. So I need to find out and see.
Advertise that tobacco came from the South.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, maybe they'll sell me a few leaves that I can do my own thing with instead of having to buy stuff.
Maybe that's what I need to find somebody who grows organic tobacco.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might try again.
Yeah.
I might try again.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. But it's fascinating. Trust me when I tell you, before I ever recommend anything to anybody, I have trialed it myself and I have done extensive research.
Yeah.
And this is another one of those things. It's, I'm blown away. I've been researching
this. Us is ever willy-nilly.
Yeah. Oh, no. That's why YouTube can kiss my grits when it comes to the things that they try and stifle.
Right. Kiss my grits.
Kiss my grits.
I used to love that show.
Me too. All right. Well, we will see you all here, same bat time, same bat channel next week. That's right. Although we don't know what time that is. Oh, we do know James, the owner of Pluck Seasonings. For anybody that saw my post, I've recently been partnered with them. I have a lot of partners. Next week, let's bring all the partners in here because you and I have quite a few that have aligned with us recently. That we're able to share discounts and stuff. Pluck Seasoning is one of them.
And if you don't know, Pluck Seasoning is organ meat.
Yes.
It's a great way to get your organ meat in.
Yes. We don't eat organ meats in this house. And if I were eating, I don't hate liver, but if I were to even suggest it in this house, they would throw me out the window. They'd be like, absolutely not. So this is an organ meat seasoning that you cannot taste anything but the seasoning. And it's
on anything.
It's so good.
It is very good.
But the owner, they were recently on Shark Tank and they are exploding now. We met them at the Seeking Whole Health Conference.
Yes.
But James, the owner, is going to be on our podcast on New Year's Eve. So very excited to have him. So y'all look out for that. We need to keep talking that up because we want a lot of people to see us live that day.
Yes, we do.
And
that's going to be at 9 a.m.
Uh-huh. Right? Yep. So cool. Exciting times coming.
Yes.
All right. Join us in the Freedom Holistic Wellness community, y'all. You don't want to miss out on this. And
go sign up, be a sower, get all of the best benefits.
Yes. This is the time. Once all the spots are filled or we get to December 31st, whatever comes first, that offer's gone forever to never return. This is a one-time thing for people who are willing to help us fund the launch of this incredible community. I'm so excited to have the people on board that are in there already.
Yes.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Love y'all.
Thanksgiving. Love you.